Underwater Adventures has put together some fantastic outreach programs for their community, but that doesn't mean that they're done. I'm here with Drew Gerling and Matt Johnston. Drew, what plans do you and Matt have for diving here at the aquarium?
Well, I think now that Matt's finally earned his certification card as a scuba ability diver from SDI, we finally have jumped over the hurdle of getting Matt in the pool here. So we hope sometime here in the near future that we'll be able to get Matt in and dive with the sharks here at the aquarium. It's something I know he's been thinking about a lot, and we've been trying to do our best to get him there. But it looks like we're actually going to get it done here this summer. We're all excited.
Matt, why scuba diving?
Well, it's everything I wanted to do since I was a little kid. After watching Jock Control and all that stuff, kind of made me want to do it my whole life.
The main issue with Matt isn't necessarily his inability to swim in the water, which is contrary to what most people think. It's actually the fact that he's on a ventilator. And that the ventilator actually breathes for Matt. Like you and I use our diaphragm to breathe, Matt has to use his ventilator, and it breathes for him. So the ventilator has to overcome the pressure of the water as we're diving. Because in the water, Matt's fine. In the water, we're all weightless. So we can get to the point where, he can float on his own, he can be neutrally buoyant, he can relax. In fact, he even gains a little bit of mobility in the water that he doesn't have sitting in his wheelchair. So it's actually a freeing sensation for him.
Usually, people say I can't do something. It usually makes me work hard, making it happen. Yeah. Kind of like always. Doctor said I was supposed to pass away so much. It's like, I've been beating them all the time.
People to cooperate with us on a regular basis. And here at the Mall of America, the aquarium here, they're just fantastic, allowing us to come in with folks with disabilities. They're very thorough in their briefings. They're very safety conscious. And it's nice working with partners like that, because that's what we are. We're very safety conscious.
While we're diving in Sharks Cove, we will be diving through a series of stops in the exhibit. And this area here, this corner, is actually going to be our first stop. We'll be controlling entry of certain animals from that spot for as long as we're there. Primarily we're worried about the sand tigers and the brown sharks. Anything else is pretty much fair game. It's going to come through. What we'll be doing here in just a moment is going ahead and starting a deck tour where we're going to give you specifics as far as safety for each of the dive locations we'll be doing today. Also pointing out some features of the aquarium that we haven't had a chance to see up until now.
Oh, this is pretty exciting. When we're diving in the ocean, we have no guarantees of what we're going to see, but today we know exactly what we're going to see.
It's guaranteed, absolutely.
Today, I'm going to be diving with Diveheart. They're an organization that helps physically challenged divers get certified and go diving. So I'm going to be in the water with Dan Barrett, a visually impaired diver who is certified by Diveheart. His love and enthusiasm for diving is obvious, and like any good diver, he's always looking for an excuse to get wet. But what he really wants to do is to get into the shark tank.
For me, when I went down into the water and Jim was letting me touch things and just this, different sensations I got, I knew there was a story down there. The marine life had its own diversity. There were, different types of fish, just like there are different types of people, and I just loved going down into that world and trying to put the story, put their story together. I also like buoyancy. I think that is an underrated, or people, what people who haven't dove don't realize that about being able to go up and, being able to go up and down and being able to control it. My first thought when I got involved with Diveheart is, how can I help that little kid now, frustrated because he or she can't participate in other things like the other kids around. And what I saw about Diveheart was it's exactly, I wish they were around when I was a kid to say, hey, come on, have an adventure and help your soul a little bit. You don't have to go diving to make your life complete. That's not what it's about. But you really should go out there and just do something daring, do something because it's a little scary, do something because it's hard. In the long run, you're going to be better for it. You're just going to be a better person for it. When you're going down the street, when you're talking to people, I think to myself, you know what? I've been 5 feet away from a killer shark. What have you done? What have you done today? Right away, for me, that changes the playing field. No longer am I thinking of what I can't, no longer am I thinking of, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do this other thing. I'm just thinking, I've been 5 feet away from a shark, from a killer shark. And you know, that's more than what most people on the planet can say.
What a great time you had. Well, how was it?
Well, I mean, didn't I look awesome? It was awesome. It was totally awesome. I was with the sharks, you know, and I've done it now twice. What more needs to be said?
You're the man.
What more needs to be said? I've done it.
Yeah, boy.
I've done it.
You were the most dangerous thing in the pool, boy.
Someday, I will be a shark man.
So, how was it, John?
I think the best thing down there is to have all these sharks swimming around, and then to have Dan waving to the people in the tunnel. So, Dan, what do you think? Not a bad dive.
Not a bad dive. I just, you know, a year ago wasn't even certified, and now I've been shark diving with John Chatterton. Wow.
And I've been thinking of getting certified.
Wow, I would look into that soon. I really would. I would look into that.
Good diving with you, Dan.
Thank you.
That was really good.